Now, that is a bounce back Thursday. That is a whooping 4-1 that we all was demanding for. Erik ten Hag got his answers. He punished the team. They came out responding with two amazing. This is Ruby in the house. And of course, I have my scintillating Jay Daly with me as well, live from a hotel room somewhere in Ireland. Jay, very, very good evening to you, sir. Very scintillating whoop-ass. Kind of whoop-ass. How are you, sir?
Mick, good evening, sir. You sum up there a can of scintillating whoop-ass on a Spanish team. And Spanish teams historically have been a pain in our side. Tonight, 4-1. But let's be fair, Mick, how many of us at halftime were saying it's going to be 4-1? I defy any person in the comments say, yeah, it's in the balance.
Yeah, hang on. Your thing is kind of moving. You have a little bit of glitch. But guess what? I agree with you, Jay. I can't hear you, so move that little thing. Let me see. Let me hear like this thing here. Yeah, now I can hear you. Come again. You were saying?
I was saying at halftime that game was in the balance. None of us thought at halftime it'd be 4-1.
Yeah. Let's do this. Let's go. Let's hit the intro and then we will talk, Jay. All right? You ready?
Okay.
Guys, in the chat, the realist, drop a like, drop your feelings right now before we continue. There's a lot of like buttons down there below. There's, I don't know, there's a lot of buttons. I tend to forget it sometimes, but please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done that yet. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's call a spade for a spade. Jay, honest to God, what did Erik ten Hag say in the second half? Or should we save it for later?
I think we'll save that gem for later, but I have a little theory, Mick. I have a theory, and it's a very well-known speech. And I think Ten Hag may have made some little tweaks and put it in a football context, but it worked. We know it worked.
You know, I would say knock, knock, because we have a visitor from Boston, all the way from USA. Mr. Power Hour in the house. How are you doing?
Woo!
Was that
That's how I feel. It feels good to be back. It feels like we're good. Who's there?
Knock. 10.
10 who?
10, 10, 10 on your forehead. Bitch.
Oh no. Oh no, Mick. Oh man, what a bounce back. We're back. I was honestly worried. I was like I caught Jay earlier on saying you know, at halftime I was thinking we are this game is in the balance. We're in trouble here. If we go back there with a draw, what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? It was a bit nerve-wracking.
Was that handball or what? Yeah, it's like what should it do?
This competition does not seem to love us with these calls that go against us. This is ridiculous. That was a clear ball rolling on somebody's hand. And how did that how that was let go, I have no idea.
Yeah, Jay.
Aubrey, first of all, he was given the freedom of Manchester before he took that shot. Our back four were in 6s and 7s. He wasn't picked up. So he shouldn't even get a shot off. And the shot he took, De Gea is not going to save that in a month of Sundays. So, our back four tonight, first half, let us down. And had it not been for, I think, Betis' second half, I don't know, was it Coda got to them? Was it the pressure? But second half, they did what we did on Sunday against Liverpool. They capitulated against us in second half.
Yeah.
Yeah, the footballing gods were with us today. Don't you reckon? Like, you know, what you know, I was wondering, football power hour, what kind of juju did you do over there to sacrifice for the footballing gods to smile at us? Tell us, what's the
I
secret
feel.
juice?
Oh man, I mean, it was just being positive, really, and just, but it's the thing about like what Ten Hag. If you look at how Ten Hag really likes how he operates, how he handles things, I think he once suffered a very terrible defeat versus PSV when he was in Ajax, and the run that the team went on after that. He knows how to whip. Like this is we got a little bit of a precursor of that when we had the Brighton and Brentford slip, and look at
Yeah.
how far we've come. And now we just needed this, and this was a very big slip. And now we're able to sort of start building and looking back and being like, you know what? If we go unbeaten for the rest of the season, that's in the realm of possibilities. At least in the league, we might just have some fuel that will take us very far, farther than we imagined. But
Yeah.
shout
It's
out,
like I said.
yeah,
It's like I said in the preview before. I had, back in the backstage, I have Niall James waiting to come on, but I'm gonna wait. You gotta wait for a second because I was saying it was like a hangover. We ran out of gas. It was like a balloon got depleted, but now that gas is refilled, so the balloon is full again. And I was saying to my brother here, Niall James, welcome to the stream, sir. How are you? I was saying to him
Hey,
earlier, like because I
I
did a
said I was
preview.
cooking Spanish. Ten Hag
Yeah,
cooks Spanish as well.
yeah, it must be your Spanish paella that you made before, right? So I
Yeah,
was
boy.
saying basically what the power hour was saying that I had a look back and did statistics, like I measured and I saw every time we had a can of whoop ass, we go on a run, right? So this is the
Yes.
start of a new can of whoop ass going on a run, and 4-1, what a thumping. Niall, take it away. What's your general feeling? And by the way, how was your Spanish paella
Why
for
not?
dinner? Bueno, bueno.
No,
Good
no. I said
evening.
at halftime. I said at halftime on Twitter that once again we were the better team. We've not took our chances and we've been punished for it. We need to take the chances. And then this time, I think we had another 9 opportunities or something and scored 3 goals. We actually took them and it made it look easy. And now we've got a much better chance in the second leg. I'd say to probably rest players, but we know Ten Hag probably won't. But we needed to finish them chances in that second half, and thank God we did. Could have been a lot more
Yeah,
complicated.
I was tweeting also, like I was a little bit worried because, barring the first half, we could have been at least 4-1 up, like and Weghorst missed. He needs to he's sharpened in boots, and he could have scored three in the first. But I was tweeting that saying, watch the space. Weghorst is going to score, and what a celebration for Weghorst. You just saw how much that meant to him. Did you see
But I
that?
find
Did
it
you see?
I find it strange how everywhere he's been, he's scored 1 goal every 2 games. But yet at United, it's like he can't seem to hit a barn door.
Well, it's United,
Same like when he was at
isn't
Burnley.
it? Yeah.
Same as when he was at Burnley. It's weird.
Yeah, guys, let's talk about the first half, right? Jay, tell me a little bit about the first half. Was it a blip that we let that goal slip in, or was it just, yeah, that was just unlucky? I mean, basically, for me, it was a handball, right? Like
Okay,
this
first of
one.
all, we got off to a rip-roaring start. I think I said it, like Marcus Rashford compared to last season, he's undergone a renaissance. He's like a different player. And definitely the strength and conditioning work he did in Carrington this summer has paid dividends. He's much bigger, he's stronger. Speed was always there, but now he's exposed to power to explode over 5 seconds and beat a defender is there in spades. Then I think after the goal went in, we had a period of dominance where I agree with Niall. We should have taken our chances and put in a second one. And same story that happens to us. We get dominant, we take our chances, and then we switched off, Niall. I thought their midfield the last 20 minutes came into the game. Bruno was the passenger in that midfield. Anthony was a ghost in that first half, I thought. I didn't think he'd do very much. He
I
wasn't
don't
tracking
know
back.
that, Jay. I want to pull you up on that with Anthony. I've seen a bit of stick like that in the first half, but he actually created the most chances in the first half.
He was
Statistically.
brilliant.
So he wasn't really a
Okay,
ghost.
listen. Okay, but he wasn't tracking back in the first half. Like when he was beaten by the fullback, he just stood there. He wasn't tracking back for me. So
he didn't track
the second
back
half
enough.
he shut me up. And I hope he shuts me up
Yeah.
every game between now and May. I'll happily take that. Happy take it. But I did feel, Niall, we let them back into the game. It was nothing that Betis were doing and they changed. It was our fault. So is it still a psychological hangover from Sunday, a physical hangover? But we let them back in the game. They took the goal well, and the defending for that goal, I said it earlier on, Niall, we gave that player defeated Manchester. Very, very poor defending. The Hague couldn't save it. And all of a sudden, boom, it's 1-1, games in the balance. I did a Spaces at halftime. Only one man in the Spaces chat, Sean from Dublin, said, yeah, we're going to win 3-1. So big up, Sean. Everybody else said, shit, it's going to be 2-2. We're going to lose it. So one man, I think there's 125 people at halftime in my Spaces. One man said 3-1. So Sean, if you're watching, big up.
Yeah, I said in my
person that Anthony shut up either, because I was talking to someone at halftime and they were going mad saying, get Anthony off at halftime. What's he doing on? What's he doing on? He said he'll get us goals. He's been all right this first half. Just wait. And then bam. Just started laughing.
Wait. Let's stop there, because I actually tweeted on the second half. I said, I said about 𝒂𝒊𝒄𝒌 needs to sharpen his boots, but he will score. And then I said, watch this space. Second half FC will come out and we will totally dominate. Now, that power hour, that was kind of a fast track to bounce back, because we scored within the first 10 minutes, and this one, Marcus Rashford, right? Talk to me.
Marcus Rashford is on another level right now. For me, he came through at the moment when we needed him the most today, because that first goal right there is everything. It sets the tone to say, oh, we still bite. We can still land a blow as a team. Oh, because we're still coming from this moment. And, I was so nervous that every pass is going to be too cautious. Every phase of play is going to be overthought. And we did have moments in the first half, though, where you would see we were becoming a bit too pensive. Center backs holding the ball and not knowing why, a little bit, all over the place with our build-up play. The instructions are not very clear. And I think it was around the 14th or 15th minute mark, you saw Ten Hag writing on his notepad, scribbling some stuff. I was like, I hope he's picking up on that. But Marcus, barring that aside, Marcus Rashford, he was the only person, that the lifeline that showed that, okay, we can still go ahead and win this. And that first goal coming in the 5th minute, it was so important, so important. And it's amazing to think what kind of player, has it been. So the thing about him, what's really weird, guys, is this: Marcus before the surgery was good, but he wasn't this good. Marcus right now is new heights.
Hey, Mr. Botswana Puppy, it wasn't a bad day at the office this time. People actually showed up to the office, right?
Yes. Marcus was the man with the keys to the office. So,
the key to the office, bro.
He opened it.
We need that number 9, though. We need that proper number 9 to be putting these chances away that we keep.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys,
go ahead,
yeah.
Nick.
Go ahead. I just wanted to go to the.
It's the thing that when we're talking about Marcus, the player that made me nervous every time is, Betis's best playmaker, David De Gea. He was guys.
He looks a bit red-nosed.
He's creating chances for the other team now.
Yeah.
Distribution horrible.
Nah, he looked like he had a little bit of a stinker, some brain farts, but lucky he didn't capitalize for them, right? Felt a little bit sorry for him. Obviously for me, it looked like a little bit of a nerves, a little bit of pressure. It is kind of to prove to the United faithfuls at the floodlights that, hey, we're not a flop. We can bounce back and we can do this. Obviously, the first half was nerves, according to me. I think I just want to go to the chat, because while we've been talking, there's been a lot of people tuning in. Big up, everyone, wherever you're coming from. I'm going to go with Niall here. Niall, not you, but Niall's Snedden on Twitter. Niall can read Niall's tweet.
Niall from Niall, yeah. Great win tonight.
Niall for
Good
Niall.
margin to take into the second leg. 100%.
100%.
It's a lot easier
four
now.
goals. Yeah. We go to big up Adam O'Halloran for coming in. Tell us where you are chatting from. Great win, but we need to top striker, another top midfielder, and right back. Still clear that teammates is lacking. Thank you for your contribution, Adam. Guys, any comments on that?
I was saying that at half time to the person that said to get Anthony off. I said he will perform better when Ten Hag has the players around him that can play Ten Hag's ball. While he can't, we're not seeing the best of Anthony yet. As soon as he has, we'll see that.
Yeah. Niall for Niall.
First time watching the show all the way from Scotland, UK. Oh, I know who that is.
Yeah, I know Niall. Yeah. Okay. Good second half. Well done, United. 100%. Thank you for coming on and contributing, Mike Fergus. Man United Mania, my man, my fella. Thank you for spreading this show around the United faithfuls around the world. Good evening to you, sir. Good evening. Good evening. Mike Fergus is saying testicular for. This is for you, I guess, right?
That's Mike Fergus. How's it going, Mike? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're getting well. Enjoy the game. That's one of my taglines.
Yeah. Another one for Niall.
We need a central defender, right back, striker, and midfielder at least. Yeah, totally.
And we need Phil.
We could do with more, but it's not possibly one window, really.
Power, we need Phil Jones to come in and play as a central striker as well.
Oh, man, let's not renew his contract. It's ending at the end of the season, I hope.
Yeah.
And we should not renew that, please. Even if he wants to work for HR or at the cafeteria, no. Phil Jones,
look,
no.
Just on Phil Jones, this shows you what a financial mastermind Woodward was. He gave Phil Jones, or PJ as I call him, a £4 million a year contract for 5 years, 80k a week. 4 million 5-year contract. That was Woodward for you. Anyway, that's by the by.
Yeah. Bye. We have Jordan Reed for you. Good to see you, my friend Jay Daly, on form.
Mr. Jordan Reed in the house. Jordan, you got to get your ass on this channel, man. This is where we keep it real. So get on here, Jordan, man. Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you too, Jordan. I remember you from the other channel that we don't speak about, Yeah. Anyway. And Manchester United Mania is calling it. He's calling a spade for a spade. 100% handball. Jay.
It was.
Chest up. Talk to us.
Okay, so lads, I have a theory, if you'll indulge me.
Go ahead, sir.
At halftime, I reckon, this is my theory. Halftime, the boys come in, it's 1-1, and they're thinking, oh, Jesus, lads, not again. At home this time, it can happen again. I reckon this week, Ten Hag has been watching the famous Al Pacino movie, Any Given Sunday. Halftime, he may have ad-libbed some of Pacino's lines. So, I don't really know what to say. 45 minutes to the biggest battle of our professional lives. All comes down to tonight. Either we heal the team or we're going to crumble. Inch by inch, play by play till we're finished. We're in hell right now, gentlemen. Believe me. And we can stay there, get the shit kicked out of us, or we can fight. Fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell, 1 inch at a time. Because in either game, life or football, the margin of error is so small. I mean, 1/2 step too late, too early, you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves apart, and everybody, the piece of that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch. Because we know, when we add up all those inches, That's going to make the fucking difference between winning and losing, between living and dying. I'll tell you, in any fight, it's the guy who's going to die who's going to win that inch. And I know if I'm going to have any more life anymore because I'm willing to fight and die for that inch. Because that's what living is. The 6 inches in front of your face. Now, I can't make you do it. You got to look at the guy next to you. Look into his eyes. Now I think you're going to see a guy who'll go to the inch with you. You're going to see a guy who will sacrifice himself for this team. Because he knows when it comes down to it, you do the same for him. That's a team, gentlemen. And we either heal now as a team or we will die as individuals. That's football, guys. That's all it is. Now what you going to do?
Epic. Where did you come on? Guys, smash a like for that. Smash a like. Smash a like. That's epic, Jay. And I just have to play We've Seen It All while you were doing that rant. Amazing. Say hello to my little friend Al Pacino as well. Scarface.
It's like what I said to you, wasn't it, Mick, in the preview? Said today was D-Day. After that fucking horrendous match today, they had to pull their socks up, step up, or they get the fuck out. And when they went into halftime 1-1, they would have been absolutely shitting themselves, thinking,
100%.
fuck me, he's had us in Carrington for 2 days watching that Liverpool game, and we've gone back in now at halftime to front him at fucking 1-1 because we didn't take our chances. He's grabbed them by the scruff of the fucking neck at halftime. You take them fucking chances, and that's shown in that second half.
Bastards. Yeah. No, Jay, that was a brilliant quote. I mean, second half speech. Woo!
Incredible.
To be honest, I'm hot. Incredible.
If you haven't seen the movie, watch the movie. It's
I've
epic.
seen it. And
Epic.
this is the footballing movie. What's it called? Any Given Sunday, isn't it? No.
Any Given Sunday.
Yeah. Epic movie. I remember that one, Jay. I mean, this is what we talked about, about the hairdryer. There's no hairdryer big enough in that locker room. Forget about Sir Alex hairdryer. When Erik ten Hag grabs his bazooka, right? And he shapes the team to the image of him. So they come out, they have no hairs, they're bald, right? To be honest, right? Jesus Christ, guys.
He don't do the hairdryer, he gets a flamethrower.
The flamethrower. Yeah, everyone looked bleached like Anthony, right?
You'll be all bald like me, you bastards, if you don't do it.
No clean sheet.
So
no
guys,
clean sheet.
second half, after the hairdryer, the rousing speech, I don't know, did he do this? I think he did something of proportions of that inch of speech, maybe in Dutch, maybe he pulled from speeches that he knew from Dutch football with Johan Cruyff, or the great Dutch team of the 70s. But whatever he said at halftime was a stark contrast to what he said at halftime on Sunday, because they came out a different animal. On Sunday, guys, and I said it in the show, and Audrey, you remember, they came out in the tunnel. The camera shifted to them in the tunnel on Sunday. They were hugging and kissing some of the bloody Liverpool support staff, laughing and joking, and 1-0 down Anfield, having the crack at half time. Roy Keane must have been putting his hair out in the studio. Tonight, they come out. They looked razor sharp focused. And Ian, I agree. They did not want to go back in after 90 minutes and lose at home, because they would have been shitting themselves with what happened in Cardiff tomorrow morning. So the mindset tonight, second half, vis-a-vis Sunday, was a stark contrast.
100%. Jay, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Hey there. It's great to see Jay Daly back on YouTube, calling spade a spade. Brilliant. Thank you. Yeah, no, 100%.
You say, Mick, there's a super chat there as well, mate.
I know. I'm coming to that. To that. I see Caleb Belts in the queue with the super chat. I'm gonna read it out. Jay, you need to do a show with guns out. Yeah.
Consider it done.
Come here. Okay. Come here.
Okay. The next final we get to, I'll do a show in a wife beater, guns out, but it's gotta be a final.
Promise?
Guns out final.
Promise.
Or final.
If we win the Premier League, If we win the Premier League this season, I'll shave my head and bick it.
Yeah. I got it. Thank you, Caleb, for your super chat. Caleb Bates, big up, sir. Thank you for joining this stream. Thank you for coming up for the calling a spade a spade. With your super chat, are Varane and Martinez the best centre back duo in the Prem? Anyone?
100%.
Guys.
Last Sunday, withstanding, yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Judge them
Was
over.
it last week?
Well
We
put.
judge them over 38 games, and then we'll see.
Power.
Oh, that's Jay pretty much articulated exactly what I wanted to say, because I was just like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
we did not account last weekend, but let's judge them at the end of the Premier League for sure. But right now, that definitely, top 2, top 3, easy. There's nobody really. I mean, obviously the centre back pairing at Newcastle is pretty good, and also Arsenal. But right now, Varane and Martinez top.
Where do I point? This is mirror. Niall. Good evening.
I thought you were doing some weird hand gestures there in the back. I was wondering. I thought it was some dance you've made up.
What is that?
Flagging down
He's
players
doing
in
the
Thailand.
Macarena in the back. There he is.
Screwing light bulbs, Nah, seriously. Look, for me, I'm a Patriot Red, always been, and I would never compare any other centre back than the ones we have, right? I don't compare Bruno is better than what's his name, De Bruyne and all that stuff. I don't fall into that trap. For me, Varane and Martinez is clearly the best centre back pairing in the Prem at the moment. And Jay always talk about the famous what?
The Manchester Triangle. Casemiro at the tip of the triangle, and Martinez and Varane at the base.
That's the
you
Bermuda.
Put a centre forward in there before last Sunday. They get swatted up like they're in the Bermuda Triangle.
100%. Yeah. Niall, any comments?
I think they are the best centre back partnership. There might be an individual better centre back somewhere in the Premier League, but a lot of people would argue Saliba from Arsenal. If you put Saliba in next to Martinez, I don't think there'll be much difference in drop off. But the key for me is Casemiro in front of him as well, like Chase alluded to, because Varane is not getting injured anywhere near as much now this season than he did last season when he had to cover for Maguire and had no fucker in front of him. Now he's got that little connection in front and at the side of him. He seems to be staying injury free, and thank God he's retired from international football as well. So that 100%. Takes away some risk.
Niall, that's a great point. And just to touch on it there, just picture if Varane was English, the English media would be espousing his virtues week in, week out. Match of the day would be clipping him up every single game. Sky Sports would probably have a statue to him at their headquarters. But because he's French, doesn't have an English passport, he goes under the radar.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
That's why Martinez was too small, because he didn't have an English passport.
Yeah.
Adam O'Halloran, evening lads. Can anyone actually explain what is Sancho's main characteristics as a player? He's still offering nothing. When he plays, he's failing further down the pecking order. I don't know. Everyone is entitled to opinion, but I thought he looked very sharp when he came in, Jaden, actually. And barring that he's been... Yeah, and barring that he's...
I think we'll see the best of Sancho when Ten Hag gets his type of players in to play the way that he wants, because Sancho is a lot more technical, quick-footed, play it behind the line sort of player, and we've not got that around him at the minute.
I think also Ten Hag is kind of slowly. He's not rushing him in, knowing that he suffered from mental health issues and stuff like that. So he's doing the right thing. Yeah.
No, we touched on Sancho coming in. We have to touch on Pellistri.
Oh yeah.
Instantaneous impact. It's like the lad had been playing the whole game. Like, it's so rare for a substitute, especially a winger. Like a winger, as guys, I'm sure you'd agree, it's a very specialized position. Like Sancho is not your atypical winger that we would have had at the club, the likes of a Ryan Giggs. That's going to beat your man. Remember the start of his career, Giggsy, down the line, beat your man with speed and finesse, whip a cross in.
To be fair though, Jay, that's not just Sancho, because that's Anthony's problem as well. And it's because the way that football's gone now, it's always inside forwards. The traditional winger's dead. That's for the fullbacks now. That's their new job.
But then Pellistri came on and completely flipped the coin around. Took the ball, took on the defender, skinned him, ball in box, goal. And like, so I want to see more Pellistri now. I really do.
No,
he strikes me as an old school winger.
Yeah, that's
what
the
real Daly. Please stand up. Please stand up.
It's bound to come back at some point. Because these inside forwards, yes, it gives you essentially three strikers, but you don't get that first time cross in. As soon as it lands to your feet, whip it straight in. It catches defences out every fucking time. And Anthony can't do that because he needs to go on his left foot. But did you notice when he switched over to the left-hand side? Bam, fizzing them balls in. Yeah. Natural wingers is way better. You can get away with inside forwards if you've got fullbacks that are the likes of 𝒂𝒂𝒏, Roberto Carlos of the past, Cafu. You know, that could actually cross a fucking ball.
Yeah.
Then you can get away with inside forwards. But we don't have them. So
but Niall,
it's good that Pellistri can come on and change the game and be direct.
I go with 𝒂𝒂𝒏 goosebumps. Actually, when he came in, yeah, 100%. You know, I want to see more of Pellistri. I want to see more of Pellistri. You know, I mean, he was just in for 1 minute, less than 1 minute, and contributed, right, to the Weghorst goal.
Yeah.
It's just how does he fit in though? Because, like I said, in this new modern system of inside forwards, theoretically, he would have to be out on the left because he's right-footed on that basis. There's Rashford and there's Garnacho there, and potentially Sancho. So unless we're going with a proper traditional direct winger on the right, I can't see where Pellistri gets in, whether we want him there or not.
Fair point,
Jay.
But just to touch on that before I respond to Niall Hanway, one of the reasons why Ronaldo didn't look this season, right? When Ronaldo was there up to January, okay, how much service did Ronaldo get in the box this season?
Zero.
Absolutely zero.
Zero.
And Jay, on the occasions he did, he was nowhere to be seen in the box either because he kept bringing himself deep to get himself on the ball. So it's a bit of a mix of both.
Yeah, I know
but that was coming from frustration for a level of service, though. We've had aerial threats that we've never served. Go ahead, Jay. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt.
No. It's okay. But it's just something just to touch on because a lot of our fans. I know we're going to the past now. We're going to probably a rabbit hole. We're going to go down, but a lot of fans that you see in social media, they probably started watching football 5-6 years ago. They don't understand how the game has developed and evolved. So they saw Ronaldo Mark II. They didn't see Ronaldo Mark I. And Ronaldo Mark II needed the ball to his feet. Ronaldo Mark I didn't need that. You just go
Ronaldo Mark I,
boom, top ins.
Ronaldo Mark I started on the wing. And back then, it was still traditional wingers. He was on his preferred side with his preferred foot. Now we're not doing that anymore.
No, we're not. So that's why, Niall, I want to see more Pellistri whipping balls into the box. Like, if you have the speed of Rashford plus the aerial ability of Weghorst, feed him the ball. Let them feed.
Yeah. Jay wants to go back to 4-4-2. Let's have it.
Hey, that only works on FIFA.
Somebody also that deserves an honorable mention as a substitute too is Wan-Bissaka. The stability that he brings to that right-hand side is underrated, I think. Like the fact that Daly was getting cooked a lot in the first half, and when Wan-Bissaka came in, then you started almost seeing the best of Anthony. You know, I know in the first half, Anthony had a few moments from the left wing, but really you could make an argument for the fact that for Anthony and say whenever he has a good supporting cast behind him, he actually performs a little bit better. So that's
noticeable.
I'm with you on that. And people are saying now, do we need a new right back now that Wan-Bissaka's doing so well? I still think we do because, for an analogy here, Daly is white bread. He can attack, but he can't defend. Wan-Bissaka's brown bread. He can defend, but can't attack.
Yeah.
We need a Hovis best of both. We need one that can do both jobs equally.
I'm going to
I
eye in the
love that
sky.
I'm gonna use that
banger
now.
analogy.
Funny.
Oh my God,
Woo!
Niall, you got to tweet that out. We'll all retweet that. But I'm
I gotta
sure
click this up, yeah.
some of the snowflakes
I'll get on it,
and
Jay.
woke people, the woke snowflakes may take offense, but I love it. Great analogy.
Yeah.
Well, I'll swap the colour of bread round then.
No. I think it's
It weren't
fantastic.
intentionally said that way round.
No. I think it's fantastic. It's a banger.
Fantastic.
Well done.
It's a cracker. Eye in the sky said Pelestri is our best player all round, best control, best balance, great dribbling, and always makes the right choice. You don't play for World Cup superpower when 18 for no reason. And he actually, yeah, 100% eye in the sky. I agree with you because he actually started playing for was it the Uruguayan national team before even he's got his first debut at Manchester United, right?
Yeah.
Now
So
let's talk about the perler of Anthony Dos Santos, right? His trademark perler, right? You saw how far out, what was his name? Bravo, not Johnny Bravo. What's his name? Bravo, yeah? He could have taken a selfie picture with the ball passing by. That's how far the ball was well placed and curved. What a perler, what a ripper, right? You know, I'm so proud of that boy, like, you know, because he received so much stick over the week. And same with Bruno Fernandes. I'm so glad that those two scored the goals, actually. And Bruno's header, oh my God, that was beautiful as well. In terms of moving forward, guys, in overall, we're gonna do the player ratings very very soon, but we're just talking, you know, general feeling, how we're feeling, and there's a lot of people commenting here, so I have to go through the chat line as well. But Jay, talk to me about Bruno Fernandes, for instance. Like, you know, he received a fair bit of stick of press and media and pundits and some portion of the fan base. You know, how good of a performance do you think he did today? He rocked up. He came to the office.
First half, let's be fair. He wasn't exactly putting up trees. First half, he wasn't putting up trees. We got to be fair. He wasn't. That's first half. For me, Noel might disagree with me, but I thought first half he was pretty anonymous apart from his involvement in Rashford's goal. Second half, 2 assists, a goal, led by example, a captain's performance, an absolute contrast to what he delivered on Sunday. But the vitriol and hatred that man got on Sunday night and Monday on social media platforms was absolutely abhorrent. Yes, he did throw thousands out of the pram at Anfield. Yes, he was petulant, but that is just his temperament. That's Bruno, and I think that's what you have to accept. A lot of people at halftime were calling for Bruno to be subbed off. If you sub off someone like Bruno at halftime, you ruin his confidence, and you also ruin the confidence of your team that you've just taken off an attacking threat. Who's your captain? Who's capable of getting an assist? So I think Ten Hag this week handled the Bruno Fernandes situation very, very well. And no doubt tonight there was probably thousands people on social media espousing the virtues of Bruno Fernandes, the same people that on Sunday were slagging him off. So I think we have a very, very fickle fan base.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely. And I was defending him, like, you know, and you know, I even did a video about it to say, look, you know what, you know, Bruno plays every second. He's never injured. He never complains. He wears his heart on the sleeve and he gives it all. Of course, like, you know, if you go, you know, a round of boxing 12 rounds, right? You got to knock it on the chin sometimes. You got to be knocked down. And a matter of fact, on Sunday was a Liverpool, the whole team was locked down, right? You know, you Jay, you do bodybuilding, so you know, like, you know, you cannot simply lift hard, lift heavy, you know, 3 times a week when you're at that stage, right? Of course, you're going to get sore, right? Correct?
Yeah, it's about micromanaging your training load, and it's not about going heavy and hard all the time. It's about literally splitting it up into tiny body parts and doing a little bit every day, but being consistent. And Bruno Fernandes played every minute of every game plus the World Cup. So how many more of our players can play every minute of every game? Very, very, very few. Like you have elements of the fan base that still hanging their hearts on Martial return. You know, this Martial FC delusion that I never subscribed to. Still think that he's the answer when he's fit. Maybe what 10% of the season. But they're the same guys that flag off Bruno that plays every minute of every game. So look, Bruno is going to put in those performances. He's petulant, he's emotional, with his heart in his sleeve. But that's Bruno Fernandes. Would you rather a character like Bruno Fernandes, who's emotive, who shout and scream and ball, than somebody like Harry Maguire that's non-communicative, doesn't talk to referees, doesn't communicate with his players, and when he's on the pitch doesn't contribute? I know who I pick.
Bruno. Guys, let me just go quickly through the comments so we can continue talking.
Out there,
yeah,
Boom,
100%. Yeah. Let's see. Eye in the sky now. Rubbish. Rashford up front. Facundo on the left. Big up, big up.
I thought you said Niles rubbish then.
Maybe I got a bit carried away, but I think he has the potential to be a worldie. I guess we're still talking about Palestri, yeah. And let's see. We'll go to Man United Mania later on because that's a very relevant question. Eye in the sky goes again. United Mania. I think he did some great work in the winning the ball back and forcing Betis to rush the game and lose the ball. He caused so many turnovers the first half, but we were sloppy. There was a little bit of that pinball effect again, yeah. And then
more turnovers in an American restaurant.
Yeah. Dermot Scanlon, sorry. Gary Neville never apologized. For what? Try to think.
Bruno.
Bruno.
Dermot Scanlon. That's an Irish name. That's definitely an Irish name. So Dermot will get this. Because Gary Neville's a gobshite. That's why.
Yeah. Gary.
I know there's loads of Irish people here because there's loads called Niall all of a sudden.
Yeah, it is. Eye in the sky. Don't worry about that melt, yeah? Again, Eye in the sky. Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you for chatting with us. Thank you for engaging. I think if Bruno gets a rest, he will back to his best. Don't get me wrong, he still contributes even when he's not. Wow. That is exactly pinpoint. I mean, Bruno can have shit game, but he can have his moments of brilliance. I mean, his eye for a pass, for instance, you can contribute with a couple of assists. He's a stat padder. That's what it is. You cannot always go, as I said, 12 rounds and not get knocked down, for sure. And Bruno, for me, is such an important player, right? And I can't blame the guy. Like he gets thrown left, right, but not in his best position because that's occupied by Weghorst. Which leads me to the next chat from United Mania. Thoughts on Weghorst, lads? Who wants to take this one?
He should have buried his chances. He had at least 3 chances that I think they were easy to convert. But other than that, he did put in a shift. I saw him do some work defensively in the first half, and then in the second half he kind of got a little bit better. But it's funny, he's such a divisive figure that I don't see, other than his pressing and forcing opponents to make a decision quickly. Other than that, I don't see much that he brings to the table. I'm glad that he got his goal. I could see the passion in his celebration. That he regretted touching the Liverpool. This is Anfield sign.
Wait. You say you bring him to the table, but he doesn't finish his dinner.
He doesn't finish his dinner.
So it's like what you just said, Mick, about Bruno. He can go 12 rounds. So can Weghorst. But the thing is, you can go 12 rounds all you want, but if you don't do a goal, then you're getting no knockout wins on your record.
Right.
And Jay, buddy.
So now I feel that I need an analogy. Okay, so Veghorst, he's like when we were all younger and we'd be out on the lash and you'd spend all night dancing with this one female. And she's talking a great game. It's all happy, it's flirtatious, dancing, have some drinks, have some dances. But end of the day, when it comes to putting the ball in the back of the net, she went home in a taxi by herself because she just wasn't clinical enough.
Guys, I love you, Jay. You get some applause there. Chickens. Don't worry about that, Melt. Yeah, to be honest, that's what we're reading here as well. Also, what Dermot is saying, bang on, Jay, up the dubs. Big up, big up, big up. Guys, should we have a look at the player ratings? It's that time of the hour to look at the player ratings. And I've been, like Ten Hag, I've been tinkering a bit. So I'm not a automation specialist, but what I can do is I can design things. You know, some people call themselves content creators. I am a content creator because I create everything by scratch. So let me just share this screen and let's do this. All right, should we go over the player ratings, guys? This is Mick Ruby special handmade player rating. When I even put a handmade star, right? Guys, De Gea. Let's talk about De Gea. We spoke about De Gea a bit, that he had a little bit of a few missed passes, could have been assisted to a few goals. What would you give David De Gea in terms of score? We know the drill. It's like from
Are
1
we
to
going
10.
round the clock? Are we going round the
Yeah.
clock and doing a mean average?
Yep,
I'd
yep.
say
5 is
6.
average.
No, I've been out of our numbers.
Right.
I'll say
Jay?
6.
6.
I'm a massive David De Gea fan. Tonight, when called upon, he did the perfunctory role, but passing out from the back tonight, it really came against him. Gets a 5 from me.
5.
Yeah, I couldn't decide between the two myself.
It's a 4
Aubrey.
from me.
It's a 5.5 for me. So what do we get? A 5.
We've had a 6, a 5, and a 4, and a 5.5. It's got to be 5
Five.
on it, surely.
5.
Yeah.
He didn't have much to do anyway. He almost let in 2-1. Let's go from the left. Let's go with Lisha, the butcher. We saw with Niall again.
Yeah, I'd give him an 8.
Steady.
Looking at the stats with the ground duels, aerial duels, everything he won over the 90 minutes, he was probably one of the most consistent, solid players on the pitch.
Score, please.
A strong 8. He does simple things, does them well, and does them consistently. So big performance from him tonight after the debacle of Sunday.
And the butcher didn't even commit one foul today either.
No, he didn't. No, he was solid.
8.5 from me. Yeah, the guy has he amazing passing from the back that were like really precise passes that every time when he was pressed he could break the press easily, and I was impressed by him. It was very commanding and very assured, because after that Salah situation that could take a dent on someone's confidence, but he didn't let that get into all the memes get in his way, in his mind. So
yeah.
He was carrying the ball quite nicely today as well in the second half when he came out as well. So I don't, there was a couple of moments where they were pressing hard and he just got out of the press. For me, it's a 6.5, I think. So collectively, we're going to give Lisha a score.
Well, 3 of us said 8 and you went with 6.5 for some reason.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Sorry, did I say 6.5? I mean 7.5. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
what's
8.
your 8? 8.
Yeah.
You got to tell me which the man of the match is as well, so I can put the star on. Rafael Varane, Royce Varane.
Solid
I'll go
7.
with Jay first. Solid 7. Jay?
I didn't think he played as well as Martinez, so therefore I'm going to give him a 7.5. Martinez tonight for me just outshone him a little bit, so 7.5.
Mm-hmm. Power?
Yeah, rock solid at the back, 7.
Okay. I also give 7.5. For me, he was rock solid. In combination, then, how do we sum up his performance? A 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Luke Shaw played one half and got subbed off in the second. Maybe that was more of a tactical nuance from Erik ten Hag that we have a game on Sunday, Southampton. He played one half. How would you rate Luke Shaw the first
Yeah.
half?
Because I thought he did absolutely nothing wrong. So I do think, like you said, it's a tactical decision, but based on the fact he didn't play 90 minutes, it's just got to be a 6.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. JJ,
Mm,
power hour.
Yeah, I think Niall summed it up very, very well there. Played one half, one half. You can't really give any more than a 6.
Yeah.
7 for Luke Shaw for me.
6 for me. I agree with the boys. Same with Diego Dalot. Did he do anything wrong first half? He only played one half and then Wan-Bissaka came in.
I
Average
think
5 or 6?
I think he got a bit done. So I'd
Yeah.
probably say 4.5. I'd like to lean towards a 5, but he got torn apart quite a bit. So I'll say 4.5.
He's not ready yet.
He's just not been himself ever since the injury. So,
Mm.
we need
I agree.
pre-Qatar Dalo back, So yeah, I'm gonna give him a 4.
Jay?
He gets a 5 from me. I thought he could have got much tighter on the Perez scored that goal for Betis. I think Dalot was no man's land. So for me, a 5. And I think
Yeah.
that's why he got taken off. I think Ten Hag saw right. He was poor the weekend. We conceded a goal. He didn't get tight. So yeah, I think that's why he took him off.
Yeah, for me, he gets a 5 too. It's hard to judge. I mean, he did all right the first half. He got taken apart 2-3 times, but other than that, I didn't see any flaws in his performance. I was just more curious why he was taken off. Maybe was he carrying an injury? Was he being saved
No,
for Sunday? But
I think that was down to poor performance.
poor performance.
Luke
Okay,
Shaw possibly saving him. Dalot was just due to poor performance.
shall we do paper scissors rock here now? We have 2 4.4. We have 2 on 5.
It, it,
So in general, it's
the
an
average should
average
be
5.
4.5, so go 5.
I put a 5. Yeah, 5 is an average. Fred, Pastor Fred, the inner Pele. Jay, take it away.
I don't think Fred did anything inherently wrong. It was a typical high energy Fred game. So 6, he didn't stand out. Solid 6.
Box of chocolate,
Yeah.
Forrest Gump. You never know what
Yeah,
you're gonna get.
I'm with Jay. He did nothing wrong, but he did nothing spectacular. So yeah, just a solid average 6.
He
The second
definitely
half.
won the ball for us a couple of times, and typical Fred day, so 7 for me for Fred.
Yeah. For me, first half, Fred didn't find his inner Pele, but second half, we saw second half Fred. It's what I always say. Fred is like the box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get. But this time, I think second half he came out all guns blazing. He was a destroyer, and first half he looked a little bit disjointed, like dispositioned. But for me, it's a 6. So in general, I think it's a 6, which is better than average. Yeah. Now, guys, everyone's favorite, El Casemiro, Paella. He was even talking to Johnny Bravo there in the goal. Casemiro, the steady Eddie, what Graham Souness is calling him.
He's got to be a 7 for me. I think statistically, Martinez still just scrapes ahead of him. So I'd say another good solid performance from Casemiro. He did what Casemiro does. He didn't get a goal this time. Didn't get an assist. So yeah, the 7.
7. Yeah, 7 for me too.
Yeah, he's like that. He's a little bit like, okay, he's better. His performance was marginally better than Fred, but obviously not on Martinez's level. So he has to be a 7.5 for me.
I mean, I think Man United Mania has just said there. I think he's called it spot on 7.5.
Thank you for monitoring the chat while I'm doing this. Jay.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of what that chap, Man United Mania, said on Twitter. He's a very astute follower of the game. So I'm going to go
He
with
is.
7.5. For me, Casemiro has, along with Rashford, has been carrying this team when he's back for the last 3 months. When he's not on the side, we are a poor shell of a team. I have a suspicion that he might be carrying a slight knock.
Yeah.
Because he's always excellent at winning both the first and second ball. Tonight in the second half, maybe it's because he was on the yellow card. He wasn't fighting as well to get the second ball, or is he carrying a knock? I hope he's not. But
Can I just
7.5,
quickly pick
I
up
agree.
on something on that, Jay? You make a good
Yeah,
point there, and maybe that's what correlates with why he didn't make one single foul this game. He wasn't putting his foot in like he usually does, was it?
No, he didn't.
Or
He
was it
didn't.
because of
He
a
didn't
knock?
get stuck in. He didn't get stuck in. Okay, guys. So in summary, we give Casemiro 7.5.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to Captain Bruno. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Z number 8. I will start with Power Hour because we get to shift the order a little bit.
Yeah, for me, Bruno gets a 9. Bruno gets a 9. He set up Anthony for that goal. He scored obviously with the header, and it's not just about those phases of play, but he was picking up good spaces, and especially when we were taking in the first half, Bruno was right there doing the work, and he's such a, as we kind of mentioned earlier on, he does not deserve the flag that he caught for just one game. Letting emotions take over him, and we know and we can tell he's passionate. And I was so happy that he got his goal and he did his celebration, because Bruno,
100%.
you deserve all the flowers. So man of the
Yep.
match for me.
Okay, man of the match contender. 9 for you. He was actually carrying the team today.
I'm with Ardby there. He'd done everything he needed to do. Again, which is weird for Bruno. He only made one foul in that game. Normally, Bruno's very erratic, and just going in on anyone. So he's very controlled performance from him today. Like I said, got his goal and he got 2 assists. 8.5 man of the match for me.
Yep. Jay?
It's hard to elaborate on what the two gentlemen said. I go 8.5. Captain's performance.
Captain performance. Put a man on the match star for him as well?
Definitely.
Yeah. I didn't think he put any, he did sublime passes. He got his goal. He was contributing. He was carrying the team. He was the leader. He was the captain. He was the marshal on the field together with Casemiro as well, the Warriors. So for me, he gets a solid 9. I know you guys got 8.5, but what should we summarize in points? Should we say a 8.5 or a 9?
8.5 because it's higher than Martinez, but I don't think he's had a good enough. I know he scored what he did, but he's not had a good enough game to be a 9 because he has had better games. But Scott Manderson says man of the match for Bruno as well. Dermot Scallon 8, Man United Mania 9, Bruno man of the match.
So I'm curious, what's your rating now for Rashford? If you're gonna advocate for for it's like, for me, like, anyway, yeah, before we move on to Rashford, like, I go ahead, Mick, and direct the conversation. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
𝒊𝒄𝒌 we're going. There's no particular order because there was a lot of subs coming in and going, so we got to rate them all. 𝒊𝒄𝒌 quickly. Wood. He got his goal.
Say 6.5.
Yeah.
He did the work and he finally got his knockout punch.
Yeah. Finally. Good. Agree, guys?
I agree with 6.5.
That's fair. Jay?
I would have given him a 7 only for he was tapping the Liverpool "You Never Walk Alone" sign in Anfield, and that pissed me off.
Yeah.
But that passion in the celebration, Jay, you gotta forgive it. You saw that he was like, "I swear I'll never say it again. I'll never do it again." We hit the badge.
Okay, Rashford. I think it was astute that he got subbed out to save his energy level for Sunday. Well, score predictions are we giving Marcus NBA Rashford?
7.5.
7.5. Do we all agree on 7.5 or?
No, I give him an 8, a full 8. We needed that goal, the importance of that goal after we've come from the situation that we came from. It's underrated. That goal gives the confidence to the team that we can just put it together. We'll get another goal.
Well, in that case, Anthony's was more valuable because he scored the first goal, but then we conceded one. Anthony set the tone again to put us back in front and lead it to 4-1.
Yeah, he did. Both set the tones basically.
Rashford scored first. Rashford scored on the 6th minute.
Yeah.
And
all right.
Scored when we came back. Yeah. That on that basis, yes, I agree with you. But it's the main thing about like we're building confidence right after this Liverpool, game. That's where I'm at with it.
Quickly, I'm trigger happy here. I'm tempted to put an 8 because I thought it was an 8. Right? He was a contributor for the first goal. He was a catalyst in the front until he got subbed up. He worked his socks off. He was constantly a threat. So I think on par with Anthony, they were equal on par on both sides. So for me, it's an 8. Jay, agree?
Yeah, we're not going to argue. It's getting late, so we go with 8.
Yeah, Anthony.
8 because it's late.
8 because it's late. Yeah. Okay, the subs came in. We have Jadon Sancho. I thought he looked pretty sharp when he came in. 6.
Solid 6.
5. Average.
No, 6 average. Malacia did well. 6.
6. Yeah, same as Jadon. Yeah, Malacia and Jadon Sancho get the same rating.
Wan-Bissaka for me 7. 7 for.
Rock solid for me, 7.5. I'm too generous on Wan-Bissaka because I'm Wan-Bissaka FC maybe.
Yeah.
Or no.
Okay, I'm not exactly Aaron 𝒂𝒁 𝒂𝒂 FC, but I give him 7. You having that?
Nice 7.
That's very generous.
You just want to get to bed now.
Jay is Wan-Bissaka FC, but he doesn't like to show his membership card. He just wants to hide it. I've seen him at the meetings.
I mean, let's call a spade, Jay. Because he's probably one of the most improved players under Ten Hag. Barring that we were considering to sell him off or loan him off in January, he's come back, and when he came on the second half, he offered something even more that we haven't seen him do before. He went forward. He was actually contributing with the. Did he do assist? Yes, he was contributing to the. Yeah. Anyway, I lost my train of thought.
Just so solid, man. Did you see how much fear? Even Saint-Maximin, who was terrorizing Daly, Wan-Bissaka just brought fear to. He can bring fear to fear. He's that solid, man.
Okay.
We have to love him.
Pellistri, right. Pele, the inner Pele of Pellistri of Manchester United. Brilliant. Jay?
7.
Yeah.
He's definitely a young guy that we all want to see more of.
100.
To give someone a 7 that was on the pitch that long is unprecedented. But he just grabbed the game of stuff for the neck. He was confident. He ran at them. So I'm going to go with 7 as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep, a 7.
Yeah.
Everyone agree with that. And our favorite bishop, Mr. Scotty Mac.
He gets a 6. If Pellistri gets a 7, he gets a 6.
Yeah, he was in for sure. Yeah. And the man of the hour, Mr. Eric 10 times Hag. Guys, what are we rating the performance of Erik ten Hag? He got it right in the second half.
And he made the right substitutions once again, changed the game up, and then we flew. Still 8.
10.
10, bro. He definitely gave the speech.
Whatever he did at halftime, the team went under a metamorphosis in the second half. So for that alone, we're going to Spain. Just think, we're going to Spain next week with 3 goals to the good. I cannot remember Niall, maybe you can correct me. Did we ever even go to Spain with 3 goals to the good under Alex? I don't think we did.
No.
Spanish teams.
Well, you're probably right,
Niall,
Joe.
have been our bogey
Come on,
team.
guys.
Now, I'm open to correction, Niall. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll hold my hands up. But I cannot remember going to Spain with 3 goals to the good in a European tie ever.
No.
You could be right, mate.
You're right.
So for me,
I can't
it's
remember.
10.
10 gets a 10.
I'll
Hog.
finish it up to a 9.
No.
Jay's convinced me. I'll put it up an extra point.
Yeah.
So
No.
technically, he should be the man of the match then. So, guys, let me know in the comments below who your man of the match is. I call a spade a spade. For us, it is Bruno Fernandes for his contribution, but we cannot give Erik ten Hag the man of the match because he was the playing coach, right? So we are okay with that.
Hanway doesn't agree with Jay, by the way. But Jesus, it's Betis.
Betis.
That usually
Nah,
means it's
come
not
on.
Real Madrid.
Niall,
All right.
Niall, with respect, they drew last weekend with Real, who were going to
In the
dump
Copa del
Liverpool out
Rey,
of the European Cup.
They
Go ahead.
took Barcelona to penalties in the Copa del Rey as well. Betis.
So
They're decent side.
everyone agree, including the audience. Bruno says man of the match. I don't know what the pundits gave him as well. Who was the man of the match? What was it broadcasted? Because I was watching. What did I watch?
I didn't see it pop up. I don't know if anyone else did.
No, I didn't see, but I'm pretty sure it's unanimous that it's Bruno. It's gotta be Bruno. It's like, you know, I'd be surprised if they gave it to any other player. You know,
Yeah.
you know, Rashford even doesn't deserve because he didn't play the whole time. It's gotta be Bruno. Yeah, that was a. Oh, I think Mick, he might be frozen.
Yeah, he looks definitely frozen to me.
Yeah, but very much that was a big call. I want to go to Scott's comment. A big call to start the same team from Sunday. What a what a great call! Like big call from Ten Hag because it's a big thing. It's like how do you reset? You know.
No,
You
Scott was here for the quick preview we did before the kickoff, and that's what I said. He's put that same team out now for D-Day. You step up, or you're out if you can't perform.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think you've convinced Scott as well to go with 10 for Ten Hag.
Thanks, Scott.
Yes.
But yeah, I suppose it's a case of having big balls make big calls. And tonight, Ten Hag, he showed his big balls tonight. Like a lot of fans last week were calling for Daly to be dropped, and I even saw some people on my Twitter timeline. I don't know if they were trying to bait me or not to bring in Maguire for Martinez, which would have been absolute sacrilege. Yeah. So to go your same starting 11, that really shows that you've got conviction in your philosophy. That's commendable.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Sorry,
think
I
he necessarily trusted them, but he's just basically said, "You make me trust you now up on tonight's performance."
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I disappeared. I got disconnected from internet. Guys, that was a good day at the office. We all happy. We see on Sunday again. I quote you, Power Hour. I love your rant the other day. Like, that was a bad day at the office. Well, what did you say?
I was like, that was not a bad day at the office. To have a bad day at the office, you actually have to turn up to the office.
Yeah,
and
they
today,
called in sick.
Turned up. Marcus Rashford found the keys to the office and opened it up. So did Anthony and Wergos, then Bruno. So let's keep working at the office, guys.
Yeah, none of this working from home.
Okay.
Calling in sick.
No working, no Zoom.
No.
I love
Brilliant.
it.
Listen, it's late. It's 6:22 where I am in Asia, in Thailand. Jay, thank you so much for your time. I know you're at work as well. Niall, everyone that came to the stream. Thank you for all the super chat. Thanks for all the support. Guys, there's a lot of buttons. Please like the video. It really certainly helps. And thank you for everyone for contributing. We just reached 10,400 today. I'm so blessed and proud. We started this channel 9 months ago, and we're growing with Erik ten Hag's change. And we got on the train, and we're going places. We are going to the promised land. Guys, thank you so much for coming on. Hope have a good evening, Mr. Manchester United Mania. Thank you for your support. Thank you for tweeting out as well about this show. Big up, big up. Sunday, we are playing Southampton at home. So hope to see you then. And Power Hour, you're doing a show tomorrow?
Yes. I'm actually going to even do a review of this game later on my YouTube channel. So make sure you guys subscribe at Football Power Hour. Also subscribe to Let's Talk _ Man United. Jay, follow Jay on Twitter. Jay, you'll find him on the Twitter Spaces and on this channel, and probably on Football Power Hour at some point. And let's
Sure.
Show the support, guys. Show the support and hit the like button, especially to this video. Thank you.
Beautiful people. Thank you. Be nice to each other on the social as well. Kalula, nice to see you in the chat. Hope you're well. See you all. See you later. Great show again. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all the lovely support.
Cheers, everyone.
And
thanks a lot.
Cheers, everyone. Wish you what are we going to do? Are we going to run around naked in the garden happy now? No, we're not.
No, I'm in England, mate. I'm in Manchester. It's too fucking cold for that.
No one here, guys. So, no, it's snowing here.
Yeah. Guys, see you again on Sunday for Southampton. Stay beautiful and be nice to each other in social. This is Mick Ruby from Mufc Realist TV. This is Niall, Jay, Power Hour, and I see on your channel Power Hour. I'll be appearing you for Funny Power Hour, right? Tomorrow.
Yes. Oh yeah. We got the happy hour. We're having a little happy hour tomorrow. So make sure you join in and it's an open door. Anybody that wants to also have a little drink.
Days are on you.
Yes. We were gonna initially wipe our tears by having 7 beverages, but I don't think we need to do that anymore. We've won against Real Betis. We're now moving on, moving ahead. Go ahead, Vic.
Basically, we're removing 7 out of the counting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Right, guys. Good night.
Yes.
Have a good night, Jay. Everyone. Thank you. Bye for now.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching Mufc Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.